Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly general reading for July 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is about you and a person. This could resonate with their or even your moon, rising, or Venus sign. Also, thank you to all of you who have sent in advice on how to treat my burnt hand. Oh, death. All right. Could be Scorpio. Transformation, healing, moving away from the old into the new. Thank you for your suggestions and whatnot. It's amazing how much you have around your house to help yourself, put yourself back together. So I wasn't in, discomfort for very long. So thank you all for pulling for me. All right, of course. Oh, and just so you know, I am going to be using it, so you might see it. I'm just going to alert you now. This is what it looks like. Hope it doesn't freak anybody out, but it's scabbed over and healing, so it looks worse than it feels. It's no longer in discomfort or pain, so that's good. All right, Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Monthly general for Taurus. Four of Pentacles, Four of Coins. Strength, that could be Leo. Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. All right. Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords. All right. Well, let's see here. No panicking yet. Let's see. There you are. That's what I want. Two eights. Oopsie. Two eights and two fours, right? Okay. So we've got thinking about something you perhaps are finding out about or aware of. All of a sudden, that might be keeping you up at night. There's a lot of thought, a lot of discussion, a lot of just needing to examine the piece of new knowledge or the finding out about something that's going to be like, all right, what do we do now? Or how do I incorporate this? What's this Strength card about? Are you waiting to hear something? It's like you're in a holding pattern, perhaps. Okay, so we got Ace of Wands with the Strength card. What's this? Whoopsie, Four of Wands. That was going to jump, I'll show. Hierophant, there's Taurus. So what's this new beginning with someone then, or something? This new beginning, it's going to be a learning curve. There's not a whole lot you know about it. There's a waiting period. You're finding out new information as you go. It's like you can't access everything. It's got to be given to you or told to you. And that's fine. It's the nature of whatever you're doing. It's not manipulative. It's just, it looks like the waiting might be a bit of an issue here. Because it's waiting to receive information versus just waiting for things to play out after you have all the information. There's a difference here. What's this Four of Wands for Taurus? Four of Cups. All right. What's his Ten of Cups? The Hierophant. Okay. It's Taurus. What's this Ace of Swords? I think there's this element of, okay, so Temperance. I think there's an element of, after time invested, it's not going to be worth it after all. It's not going to be something that is going to pan out or work out. There's a new beginning here that you kind of want to know all the answers and everything. Who doesn't? Up front, because you don't want to invest a second chance on someone that is just going to end up in the same situation before. We could be talking about a reconciliation here, that you're giving something a second chance and you just want that peace and harmony in the home. But it might be slow going to achieve that, or there might be a new normal that you find out that you're just like, you know what, I wish I hadn't invested these last 3 months, because if I'd have known now if I'd known then what I know now, I wouldn't have given this a second chance, or I wouldn't have taken the time to see what this was all about. So there's something you're moving into that you're feeling a little uneasy without knowing more about it.
And it might be that you have to go on faith, but you're finding that might be in short supply. You're just wondering if that's going to be a good idea. We got Ace of Swords, Temperance here. That could be Sagittarius. What's this? Eight of Swords. Yep, there's that worry. There's that worry. I also think, too, there's an element of you not being able to move forward with whatever situation this is because you might be stuck at home. You might be stuck at home and you're not able to enjoy it because you don't know enough about what's going to be in front of you when the time is right. So there's something keeping you at home and waiting on information about being able to move forward. And it's like, well, if I'm going to be home, I want to enjoy it, or I want peace in the home. Like, can we just jump ahead to where I know whether I'm going to be happy about this situation or not? Like, that's what this kind of feels like. It's like the getting there and going through everything and finding out as you go is going to be difficult for you. So you're watching and waiting, and it's like, you know, the good thing is that there's awareness, dialogue, there's a lot of, I want to say support and information, but at the same time, it's not given to you right away. It's like, as you go. What's this Five of Swords? All right. So there's that awareness and information. What's this Five of Swords? The Emperor. Okay. So you're going to be able, eventually, for this month, for July, it feels like this is like 3 months out, though. I keep thinking that this is like a 3-month stretch, but so maybe this is job related, maybe this is a new relationship or a trial run with someone or something again. Because it looks like you want to skip ahead of having to kind of learn as you go and just get to where it is 3 months from now and know if it's going to work out or not. You don't want to invest the time unless it's going to be right. You're kind of tired of having to wait to find out the information because it's not something that is secure, or you're finding out as you go. It just keeps feeling like you can't start. You can only go so far and then you have to wait. Then you go so far again, you have to wait. Then you go so far again, you have to wait because the information, and this doesn't feel like someone's being shady. Honestly, this feels like work. It could be a relationship, but this kind of feels like a work situation to where if I'm going to be sequestered at home, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to have to sit here and be on standby and be like, okay, okay, I'm doing good, but because you don't have all the information yet that you can't react to or you can't plan. It's like, if I could just plan and get some control and feel stable, it would be very easy for me to make decisions and to enjoy being at home. If I could get that clarity, so the information's coming, just not to your liking because it's not giving the future longevity and stability that you would like. And you're having to kind of rely on faith or just like, okay, being happy is like a state of mind per day. I can't long-term plan here. So the good news is that you got this. You're going to be fine for the month of July, right? Although it feels like it's longer. But you're kind of laying low because you don't have all the information. You can't make the plans. And again, this could be romance. It feels like job, honestly, but it could be with a romantic partner or, and unless it's a second chance with the partner. Because there's a second chance vibe here. But if we're looking overall, this could be with work. Like, am I going to return to work? Oh, I don't know. What are we doing? So you do come out okay, but that's because you're like, you know what? I'm taking matters into my own hands, and I'm going to make it so that we're doing the bare minimum so that I don't get out ahead. The spending doesn't get away from us, or the activity. We don't plan anything that we can't fulfill or that we lose a deposit on, that sort of thing. It's like you get about the middle of the month, you get frustrated with the lack of information, the lack of the ability to plan and move forward, and you kind of pull back and do the bare minimum. It's very Four of Pentacles energy. Do we have that here? We do not. It's very and then you just stay the course and you ride out the rest of the month that way. It's not a bad state to be in. It's just that you don't like being ready to go and not being able to go. So you're taking matters into your own hands and you're making those decisions, and you're going to be like, well, this and this is what's going to make sense for this and this and this. So this is what we're going to do now, because based on your wonderful pragmatic mind, you're going to be able to intuit what you think is going to happen, and that's what you're going to plan on because you're tired of waiting for the information. If this is a romance, this could be someone you're working out the details with online. You're at a distance. You and this person have started talking again, talking about the second chance, maybe what it would look like trying again here. Could be that.
Another option is if this is about work, this could be not knowing when you're going to be able to return back to work or even leave, you know, the house for your work site. It keeps getting delayed, that sort of thing. But there's enough delay here and frustration to where you pull back your effort in an attempt to reduce some sort of frustration and dissatisfaction with the situation, because with whatever this is, the way the information is given to you is not what you would want it to be. You want more empirical evidence. You want something more you can get your hands on. You don't like having to wait to receive information. It doesn't feel like someone's being shady. It just feels like this is the nature of the way whatever this is goes. If this second chance goes or the work communication, it's kind of evolving. All right. Okay. Oh, wrong deck. Okay. Whoopsie. Hello. Okay, so that jumped. 2 jumped. All right, so we got 8 of Pentacles. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So this could be about work. Also 2 of Pentacles. Okay, here's that. Here's the juggling. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. All right, so this is you taking matters into your own hand and making this situation work for you, and as much as you can. It very well could be work related. You're adapting and adjusting to things as much as you can. Not as much as you'd like to be able to, though. What else for Taurus? For July. Oh, there's the 4 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. All right. Page of Cups. Page of Raphael. Gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insight. So this could be that you've got something in the works with someone you're giving a second chance to. You can try again. It's a mutual thing. Taking it slow. But you're just like, I don't know if this is going to work out. I wish I could just... So it could be that. With the relationship, but it speaks to that great intuitive insight, where it might be blocked with this person, or it might be all things that you can't base how you feel on. It's just like, I just feel a certain way, and you're like, that's uncomfortable. I need a foundation for the way I feel. And so this might be a little like, for you, that might be cause of that anxiety or that just dissonance you're feeling. If it's regarding work, this is, hello, well, those fell out. This is, well, we got a lot here. Michael is swords. So we got 8 of swords, 10 of swords, page of swords, and then we've got Raphael, which is cups. So king of cups. All right, so that's just all that mental energy spent trying to work things out. If this, then that, going back and forth between an ending and a beginning and trying to establish that control. And as far as this right here, I mentioned the romantic part of it, but if it's about work, this is about your intuition kicking in and saying, I need to plan for this. Because based on the information that I've received thus far, I'm going to extrapolate for the next, I'm telling you, it's 3 months out, and this is how we're going to do it. And that, it gets you through, it's fine, it's just, there's frustration here. Because you just feel like, why should I just want things to be more under my control. All right, so honestly, without that component, it's you just doing your thing, and everything other than that, it's fine. It's just it's frustrating a little bit, but there's no deficit here. This is kind of all, this is very manageable. And you realize that, and you make the adjustments on your end. What else for Taurus? What else for, whoopsie, Taurus. Intuition. Trust your intuition. Yep. Take matters into your own hand based on what you think or feel. And that's showing up here as well, too. And I just mentioned that. So, yeah, this is going to be like, you know what? I'm going to go this route because I got this hunch. This is probably speaking about intuition, too. And intuition is always good. But this could be the intuition in the sense that you've got a bad feeling, or like, I need to take preemptive measures because I feel like if particularly in the area of home or security or relationship. Okay. I'm going to take preemptive measures to make sure that things I feel more comfortable proceeding. So to that end, I'm going to do this, this, and this. So when I move through this, I at least have my own foundation I created
so that I'm not waiting for someone to give me a foundation or to bring it up, that sort of thing. What else for Taurus for July? All right, so we've got 7 of Swords on its side, and okay, the Lover's on its side. So I was going to mention that too. There could be some issues of being stubborn. And I laugh because it's like, Taurus, no, really? No. Stubborn? No. We could have some issues of being stubborn here. So, and then we've got the 9 of... Do we have the 7? I guess not, but we got the 9 of Wands here. And the Strength, and then we've got 7 of Wands here. So, on its side. So it's like you're kind of... That's probably what this is. You're grappling with a decision to make, and you just don't know. And this is saying, rely on your intuition. What does your gut say? It shows you pulling back, and kind of, rather than moving forward with something you're too unsure about, you pull back until you have more information, and then you move forward. But you're not giving up your advantage, which is good. But it could also be that you're there's a little bit of stubbornness here. Maybe it's earned. Maybe you're like, yeah, it's earned. I'm not giving that up. That's my foundation. That's my strength. Fine. But it shows you relying on your intuition with what to do moving forward about making this huge decision. This could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. This doesn't have to be romantic. Probably is. But if it's not romantic, it is about making a decision, making a choice, and you just don't feel quite secure or like you have the upper hand enough to proceed, so you end up pulling back. Not ending it, just pulling back to your comfort level before you move forward. Until you get more information, I should say. Okay, all right. So Taurus, that was your July. You're kind of just laying low because things are too unclear, and any movement you do make, it's intuition based because you don't have enough of the solid evidence or just communication and answers yet. So you're laying low until things are made more clear. All right, so that's July. I hope this was helpful. This is entirely manageable, honestly. This is just you figuring out the best way to do the month of July, and then you stick with that and ride out the rest of the month. All right, so I hope this was helpful, Taurus. I hope to see you in the next reading. Much love to you, and thank you again for your tips about and your concern about my hand. Thank you for your service if you're an essential worker or first responder. Okay, all right, happy July. Hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.